Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Nice to see you all. Welcome to RickyVillaTV in association with Shelfside Spurs and Spurs Wasian. Chris, Kev, how are we, gentlemen, on this?
I've had a costume change in the break. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw that, you saucy mare.
Yeah, that's me working clothes, and this is me goodie clothes. So, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. How's it going, chaps?
Fine.
Yeah.
Very wet, but
wound up again. I've just watched Match of the Day, but
that can't be good for you, mate. I actually gave it a swerve yesterday.
Well, I was at the game, so the Xavi sending off was down the other end, so I wanted to watch that again.
Yeah.
I've got a season ticket. I share it with two others, so I've had a 6-7 games season. I haven't seen a win for about 16 months.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Proper depressing. I changed my routine. I went back to my lucky pub yesterday. I had 2 pints to make sure. Still didn't work.
Oh,
which pub's that?
The Beehive.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. That's always been a nice boozer.
Yeah. Normally I get in there a couple of hours before kickoff, and it's like 7 people. The bar's 7 people deep. But, yeah, it was all right yesterday, but still didn't work. I then tossed the coin. I got 2 shirts, a Charleston and a Xavi shirt. Tossed the coin 5 times. Came up with Xavi. Wore that one. He only lasted half hour.
Yeah,
absolute shambles.
That was slightly contentious, I would say, but we will get onto that. First, I'm going to do on this day in Spurs history, which was the 21st of December, 1985, a 2-0 win over Ipswich, where we were in 8th place and they were in 21st. So our team was Ray Clements in goal. The rest of it, I wasn't really sure. It says Gary Mabbott, Gary Stevens, and Chris Houghton at the back. Yes, and then midfields of Danny Thomas, Steve Perryman, Osvaldo Aldiles, and Glenn Hoddle. So from what I'm seeing there, it probably would have been Mabbott and Perryman centre back. Houghton on the left, Stevens on the right. But where would Danny Thomas play?
Stuck in midfield. I think he wasn't happy about it, if I remember rightly.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought that one was quite interesting. Sorry, Kev, carry on.
No, I think it culminated in him putting him for a transfer request eventually that season.
Oh, really?
I can't remember. He just wasn't happy,
Because this was obviously is it the season after? No, was it the season after the UEFA Cup? No, it wasn't. It's 2 seasons, wasn't it? And he was injured. Yeah. So, okay. Well, that's a shame because he's always been kind of a legend to me. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any footage of the goals. So it was Clive Allen, 21st minute, and Glenn Hoddle, 59th. So that was probably a chip from his own penalty area or something like that. The Ipswich side, the only one I really there's a couple I recognise there. Terry Butcher, Jason Dazelle. Dazelle must have been really young then. And Alan Sunderland, who was he a gooner?
Yeah. He scored the winner in the 78 Cup, 79 Cup final, I think it was.
Okay. Yeah. So that was that seemed to be. I think it was that season. Well, actually, no, that's one of the questions in the quiz later, so I won't.
All right.
But Ed, so do you have any memories of that one, Kev? Chris, how old are you, Chris? Sorry if you don't mind me asking.
I was 2 then, so I don't remember this at all.
Okay, no, I was 9 then, so I kind of remember that season a little bit. But Kev was in his prime. Kev was there every week, home and away.
Yeah. I'm not sure about Clive Allen. This is the thing. You mentioned Clive Allen. I don't know if it was Paul Allen.
Well, again, this is a question in the quiz later. So,
Yeah.
We signed Clive Allen the season before.
84, yeah. Yeah, sorry.
QPR, I believe.
Yeah. Well, he went to Arsenal, didn't he? He turned up at Arsenal.
Yes, and didn't play a game.
For him, and then he went to QPR. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he played for every London club going, didn't he? And a few more.
Yeah, I think he did. I'm not sure if he turned out for Barnet, but or Palace. Was he at Palace? He might have been actually.
He was Terry Venables. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, so he's definitely been around. But when I think of him as a Spurs player, obviously. But do you reckon that a lot of the other London team, because he really made his name at Spurs, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
But he was pretty successful at QPR as well. I seem to remember. But yeah. Okay,
well,
we're lucky.
I was just going to say we were lucky because he played in the first match in the 82 final.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was injured. He hurt his leg. He broke his leg. Or he twisted his leg, his ligament. I don't know. And he didn't play in the replay. I think if he'd been playing in the replay, it might have been a different story.
Yeah.
It was closer, So we had the edge on that because he didn't play. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a bit of a bonus. So do we want to talk about the Forest game or do we want to talk about Liverpool? I think we want to talk about Liverpool, don't we?
Yeah.
But can we not talk about the Brentford game because we won that one?
We could talk about the under 18s.
I didn't see
I've got a very
Forest game.
selective memory.
I didn't see the Forest game because I was out, but I saw Match of the Day and my dad told me we were absolutely horrendous, whereas at least yesterday there was a little bit of fight, certainly towards the end. But what I can't understand yesterday, I mean, I don't mind Colin Moani, he was unlucky hitting the bar, but Richarlison always scores against Liverpool. Why is he coming on after 80 minutes? He should have been starting or at the very least coming on after an hour.
Yeah.
And then we've got the discipline yesterday was just. You can say Xavi was unlucky, but if that was against your team, you're saying that's dangerous. That is, he's gone down his Achilles, nowhere near the ball. And then Romero, I'm getting a bit fed up with Romero. It was his fault for the first goal, giving the ball away with a ridiculous.
Smash down the middle,
clearing the ball.
Yeah.
And then that stupid. We're well on top there, where you've got fouled, you've got the free kick, get up and get in the box and make a nuisance of yourself that way. And then just petulance again. Bentancur was lucky taking out Kirkes half an hour after the ball had been played, just running into him like a rugby shoulder. You can criticise Frank all you want, but he's not telling Xavi to go down someone's Achilles. He's not telling Romero to go kick someone when they're on the floor. He's not telling Bentancur to go and shoulder someone. It's going to be very difficult for him to manage and keep, if players can't keep themselves on the pitch. But I just don't understand why Richarlison wasn't playing, and Liverpool were there for the taking.
Yeah,
they're not a great team anymore. They're there for the taking, and we didn't. Oh, we got hampered after half an hour with but we. And then Forest, like I said, apparently we were absolutely horrendous. Archie Gray, the first goal, pretty poor from him. But why the ball's being played to him in that position in the first place, I do not know. Why Vicario?
Exactly. It does seem a lot of our players lack intelligence.
Well, I think I said it when I was on here last time, and it hasn't changed for me. There's no one who wants to take responsibility on the ball. The people who do are on the treatment table. Madison, Kulusevski, although Kulusevski's not far off from returning, I don't think, but he's going to take a little while to get back to match fitness. But there's no one who wants to take responsibility. I know Romero's won a World Cup, but he hasn't, has he? Someone won that for him. His name was Messi. It wasn't Romero who won that for him. He was just in the team to make up the numbers. But he keeps making these mistakes, and everyone, he's told, he's won a World Cup, world-class player. World-class players don't get sent off when you're on top like that. World-class players don't give the ball away, stupid things like that for the first goal. So if a bid comes in for him, I'd accept that and just get rid of him.
So
and
do
then
you think
get another partnership with Van der Ven with someone else?
Do you think Danso will be able to step up? And obviously we got Dragusin coming back, who is a handy defender. Just don't think he really fitted in with Angie's tactics. And this Takai guy as well. So that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would base the central defence. It's Van der Ven and someone else. and then you work. Either it's those three that you've mentioned, figure out the best fit with Van der Ven in that defence, which is going to take some time, or you go get rid of Romero because you'll get some money for him. You get at least 50 million, I'd have thought, in today's market. Go and get someone else. Van Heck from Brighton, Huijsen from, I'm not sure where he plays now, but I mean, but then there's a question of why are those players going to want to come to Tottenham? But
that is
for me, Romero. Just get rid of Romero because I don't think he's this world-class player that everyone or a lot of people tout about.
It's detrimental to the team, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because when he loses it, he can't get it back. I mean, you saw him yesterday after the red card, getting in everybody's face. No one could calm him down. Even when he came off the pitch, Frank was like, he was trying to get back on the pitch, and Frank had to basically push him down the tunnel.
And what that does is we had the momentum there. It's killed the momentum. It's helped Liverpool sort of there's a few minutes there where they're not under pressure. You're putting them under pressure, trying to get an equaliser. You've got a free kick. They've just cleared it, hurried it. It's come back. They've conceded a foul. Okay, we've got a free kick coming into the box. And then you've wasted 2 minutes allowing them to regroup. And even after the goal, Romero's pinning someone down on the goal line and getting in people's faces. Just get the ball, put it on the centre spot, and carry on.
Yeah.
But Joe Hart mentioned it on Match of Day. I was watching it just before I came on. I think there is a discipline issue. It's certainly in that game. Whether it's a discipline issue per se, I'm not sure if it was just the occasion, but yeah. And the Xavi, I was up the other end, so I didn't really see it at the time. Looking at it now, I don't think you can really argue with that. It's a red card.
I thought
certainly yellow card. There's been no arguments at all, but I don't think you can argue about that with a red card because that's a dangerous challenge. Van Dijk's got a hole in his sock, so he's definitely been caught with studs. And on another day, the Isak goal as well. If you look at it, Van der Ven's taking him out after he shot, so he's lucky he didn't get a card for that.
Yeah. I thought it was quite interesting because I rewatched some of the highlights this morning, and the referee said the number 7 for Tottenham has caught whatever Van Dijk's number is high on the calf. So why did he have a hole in his sock then? That referee yesterday, wow, he was definitely a 12th player for Liverpool. Yeah.
Well, I've been going and having season ticket at Spurs since 2014. I don't think I've seen a good referee there with all of that. Yeah, the referees are terrible. I mean, I was up for yesterday. I was saying to the people behind me, I think it's 5 red cards and the game gets postponed. Don't break someone's leg. But although, as a fellow professional, you probably shouldn't be doing that to your fellow professionals, breaking 3 legs. But I mean, they definitely made the most of it, Liverpool. Certainly the Romero one, if you look at it, he gets hit, he looks up, sees a referee there, falls down, clutching his chest. But yeah, I just don't understand why you're getting in people's faces and all of this when you're on top chasing a goal.
Yep.
I mean, footballers are stupid, so that probably explains most of the answer. But it's just you're supposed to be this world-class player, world-class defender, and you're costing us games with stupid passes, giving the ball away, and then getting yourself sent off when we're trying to get a goal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an element of don't take it out of him because then you lose the player. But he's more of a hindrance for me now.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be the captain, supposed to be setting an example, and he's going around kicking people. Supposed to be setting an example. And then we've got some midfielder who's more concerned about bloody laughing gas and playing a pass. Supposed to be, he was the vice captain under Ange or one of the vice captain's senior player. You got people like Archie Gray there who are looking up to these players, and then you got pouncing around with laughing gas and kicking people in chests.
Yeah.
Frustration in that team. Sorry. I'm just saying there's a lot of frustration in that defence at the moment, and I think Mickey is thinking, "What am I doing here?" Because all around me is, he's like this boy stood on a burning deck, and he's doing a one-man band a lot of the time.
So the second goal for Liverpool, I've seen a replay. Yeah, only this morning. Did they actually show? Did they say anything about that on Match of the Day that it was possibly a foul?
No, but I don't think it was because he's put his arms on his shoulder. It didn't look to me like he's pushed him. Okay. I think Romero's just been a bit weak there. I mean, he had the run on Romero because Romero stood there jumping up and Ekatiké's made a little run. So he's good at, yeah. I don't think it was a foul. I think, again, weak from Romero. World class.
I think he knew he wasn't going to get the ball. And he made a meal of it going to the deck. Yeah. Because the ball was sailing over his head, as he knew. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was a foul. It didn't look like a push to me. It just looked like a resting hands on the shoulders. And then he's flopped down like a fish.
I'll have to look at it again because what was Vicario doing in that one? I can't remember. Is that not a sort of the old-fashioned keepers should come out and punch or what? I don't know.
Oh, well, don't get me started on Romero. Oh, you have done. Okay. I don't think he's good enough. But like you say, Kev, Peter Schmeichel would have cleared everybody out and got the ball first in that kind of. Yeah. But goalkeepers don't really do that anymore. They punch it and then they flimsy punch it, and he just stood on his line. I think the header was in the 6-yard box. That's the goalkeeper's domain. Go catch it.
Yeah.
And shot stopping, he's good at shot stopping, people say, but shot stopping is a two-way thing. You've got to stop the ball going in the net and push it safe. He keeps pushing it down the middle. Yeah. Apart from the Wirtz chance early on where he did make a good save, but there's always one shot where in a game where he could easily palm that to the side and he palms it down the middle. And then that first goal for Forest, while you're playing it to Archie Gray when he's got someone storming up his backside, just kick it long.
Yeah.
So I don't rate Vicario at all.
Who do you rate in the team at the moment?
Fans.
The fans.
I mean, Kudus had a terrible game last season, but he's been probably our best player. But then again, yesterday,
it was terrible.
Early in the season, he was getting the ball, taking people on, whipping the ball in the box. I don't think he took one man on yesterday. I don't understand why that's happened. He's turning back. Spence has been all right.
Yeah.
He's back in defence at one time, wasn't he?
All right, but yeah, there's not a huge amount. We're definitely missing Solanke. We're missing that presence up top.
Yeah.
We're missing Madison and Kulusevski massively. So who do you rate in the team? Probably the 3 that are injured. But again, though, certainly a Madison. Madison's out for the season, so he's not playing until next season, unless maybe he gets fit for 2 games before the end of the season. Kulusevski should be back in a month or so. But again, how long is his match fitness going to take to boost up?
Yeah, he's always been slow.
But a 0 match fitness Kulusevski, I'd stick straight in a team at this point.
Where would you play him?
I don't know. Maybe switch Kudus over to the left. Maybe can he play on the left? I'm not sure, but what I do. Sorry, is number 10 Kulusevski.
Yeah,
he's one of the players who take responsibility on the ball. You get more of the ball as a number 10. Whack him in the number 10.
He's strong. He's strong as well. Very strong. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Kudus was one of the reasons he wanted to leave West Ham was because they put him out on the left. I don't think he does that well there. But that's one of the major flaws everybody's been talking about is a left winger. Now we keep being linked with this. I've got something a little bit later about this as well, but with these young left wingers from the Bundesliga. But no, we've gone down the young road with Odebeer and Matthias Tell, and apparently he fancies neither of them. So we need someone who is established. Now, Semenyo apparently is out the door now. Anyone else?
He ain't coming to Tottenham. He ain't coming to Tottenham if Liverpool and Man United and other teams like that are interested in him. He ain't coming to Tottenham.
Even Man United have more of a pull when they have not been the same team that they were years ago.
No.
But they still have more of a pull than us, even when we were doing well. It's I suppose that's money as well, isn't it? And you get ridiculous contracts at Man United.
I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, I don't mind Odobert. Man United game, he changed the game when he came off by being positive.
Mhm.
But again, then the next game, absolutely awful.
Yeah.
So there's no consistency there. But then maybe these players are players that get the consistency, like a Jermaine Defoe, by playing every game, rather than play this game, don't play that game, play this game, don't play that game. But he doesn't know his best team because he changes it every 5 minutes.
Yep.
You'd have thought he'd have had some kind of idea by now. But yeah, I mean, I don't know when Kulusevski's back, but I'd chuck Simon's out. I mean, he's going to be out for 3 games anyway, isn't he? But I don't know when Kulu's back. And then stick him in the number 10. Tell him, Kulu, just run the game. Try and run the game. Get on the ball. Bring people in.
Do you think they could
hopefully
play?
we can get Solanke back.
Yeah. Do you think he could play deeper in midfield? I know we've seen him play there before, and that's kind of a player I think we're also missing. Is someone who harries.
Yeah.
And I can't understand Paulinho. Why is he being on the bench for Bentacle? Because Bentacle has
maybe he needs resting, but that's another one. Why was he not in that? Yeah, but I think with Kulu playing deep, what you miss, what you lose there is he's a proper goal threat. Kulusevski.
True.
You stick him as the number 10, he's more likely to get on the end of things or have long range shots. So I'd play him as the number 10 rather than number 8, just because you get more of a goal threat in that position for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bentancur, another one, he can go out the door.
Yeah, it's just those. I think it's like the injuries, isn't it? It's just he's not the player he was when he came.
Yeah.
Because he was.
Which is a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame because he was magical when he was on the ball in the early days. It was something to look at.
What we should be doing in that number 8 position is that's Bergvall's position. Give him a run of 5 games or whatever. Again, do your stuff. I mean, but then again, like you said with the young players, he's a young player who needs time to grow. We don't have time for someone to grow. You've got to take your chance now, but because he will be a top player, Bergvall.
Yeah. I thought he looked quite exciting a couple of times yesterday as well. Here, I think different people have been slagging off the players. I know what it's like. You know, we've lost and it's a bit contentious, but I see that. I definitely see positives with Archie Gray. I see massive positives with Bergvall. Watching a show yesterday, it just seems this show. I'm not going to mention it, but it's a constant pile on Archie Gray. The guy is 20 years old, for fuck's sake. Why are you not piling onto Bentacle, who's one of the more experienced players, who is not showing what he can do, or he's past it?
I'm sure all teams have the same, but we always have a scapegoat. It was Harry Winks at one stage. Harry Winks gets a hat trick. We haven't got 4 goals. Absolutely terrible. Yeah.
Always that scapegoat. Always.
Yeah.
Forever. In a day.
That is very true.
I mean, there is an element
was a big one as well.
Yeah, there is an element of there's only so much you can defend these players when they're making mistakes. But I do agree with Archie. But this is a player that is a midfielder who's played pretty much everywhere apart from goalkeeper. Stick him in. You bought him as a midfielder, make him Polinia's understudy, but give him game time. And then if he's still making mistakes at the end of the season when he's been playing in his position for the whole season, then maybe have a conversation about is he good enough or not. But But I still can't believe that. I mean, the first Forest goal.
Yeah.
He's experienced, Vicario. What is he, 27, 28, something
28,
like that?
Yeah, 28.
He can see the whole pitch. He can surely see. And if you've done your research as a manager and a team and a scouting thing and everything like that, surely you know that Sangari is Harrier.
Yeah.
So if he smells an opportunity, he's going to go and harry that. And you're playing a hospital ball. Not a hospital ball, a terrible ball to Archie Gray, putting him under pressure instantly. But again, to me, that's the not taking responsibility. It's like, I'll give it to Archie Gray to take the responsibility. I won't take responsibility and just boot it.
Yeah.
I think that's a big problem. We haven't got anyone who takes responsibility and everyone's like passing a hot potato to someone else and then, well, it's their fault because they were the last ones to touch it.
Yeah. Because
and that's the first goal, the crucial first goal, and then the second goal. I mean, do players not understand that in order to stop crosses going in the goal, you stop the crosses?
Yeah.
You don't let him have 5 yards around him to whip it in the box.
Yeah.
And you can say it was a lucky goal because he probably meant it as a cross, but you're allowing that to happen by allowing the cross to come in. No one was with him. I don't know who was playing on the right at that point, whether it was Spence or Porro or whoever. I think there's a real discipline issue. Like, if this carries on into the next game, I'm not sure if it's a discipline issue at the moment or just a Liverpool game. I think the big issue is no one takes responsibility. We've got no leaders in that team, apart from the players who are injured. And that's a big problem for me.
Yeah. So just reading something here on Twitter or X or whatever you call it. Effing pathetic. He has stunk the place out for 30 minutes, then done that. 60 million effing quid. Useless. See you next Tuesday. I think that, Siemens has not really been a popular buy, has he? Do you think he'll come good?
I do. I think he's a good player, but he's in a struggling team, but you're in that position. You can make a difference there. He's got the passing range and everything like that, but I think what happens as well, no one's making the runs. When we had Eriksen and Dembele in our heyday, when we finished second, but in our heyday, what you had, you knew an Eriksen would find Son quickly, so Son would make the runs.
Yeah.
And as soon as Son had the ball, you knew he had the ability to skin his defender and space would open. So then for Dele Alli made the runs. And with Eriksen there, Danny Rose, Carl Walker would make the runs. As soon as Eriksen went out of the team, injuries or whatever, and it was Harry Winks who didn't have the passing range, the runs stopped. And that's why it was all sideways.
Mm-hmm.
And the lack of responsibility, no one's really making the runs. Again, it's all sideways. So it's a little bit difficult for Simmons there to go and pick someone out, I think, because no one's making the runs. Against Brentford, they were making the runs for whatever reason, and he was the best player on the pitch. But at the same time, okay, no one's making the runs. I'll do something. I won't go and chase someone down and rack their Achilles. I'll go get the ball and do something with it. So there's got to be a point where, okay, keep going on about it. I'll take the responsibility if no one's making the runs, or I'll get in the dressing room and tell them to make the runs at half time or wherever it was, or in a huddle or something. But I think he is struggling because of that. But again, he's not helping himself, and he needs to do something to help himself, which at the moment he's not doing. So I can see the frustration, and we're a struggling team at the moment who find scapegoats, and it's easy to find him as a scapegoat because a £60 million player. But I do think he'll come good eventually.
Yeah. What do you think, Kev?
Straight passing before he got sent off, so I must admit, some of it is down to what Chris is just alluding to, and that is like, I think he was making passes for people that weren't making runs. I mean, some of them were atrocious anyway, but not all of them, you know?
Yeah.
There was one particular one who went out of play near the subs bench there, and he passed it straight out, but he looked, and the fellow, whoever was coming up the wing, hadn't made a run. You know, so it's kind of, you know, is he used to a different style of play? You know, knowing he's going to release that ball and someone's going to be running up there to try and get it. You know, but he didn't have it. Yeah.
Do you think that this is a managerial problem or a player problem, that the players are not getting the tactics, or that Frank is not making the tactics clear? Or what do we reckon there? It's I know we kept hearing what an amazing tactician Thomas Frank is. I really have yet to see that.
No, there's no penetration again yesterday. It was all bring it up the field, pass it around, turn around, get back. You know, there wasn't that much action in the box. I don't think we did that. How many shots did we have yesterday? Two? Two. One was the goal and another one somewhere.
Yeah, on target, yeah. But I think we had a fair few more.
Moani hitting the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah. think that's the two I was thinking of.
So let me have a look at the stats. We had 15 shots and 4 on target.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I think the ones on target, yeah.
Yeah. And Liverpool only had 8 shots and 4 on target.
Need to.
That is definitely the worst Scouse team I have seen at the Lane since.
They were there for the taking, weren't they?
Didn't we beat them 4-0 or something back in the early noughties with Modric and that? That was a bad team. This one yesterday, how we gifted them. Well, I mean, you know, the referee did a great job of making sure that Liverpool got absolutely everything that they asked for. And we got fuck all. Do you remember that when Spence was bundled over on the left and he was like, no, no, and he was coming down to put across him, but no, the ref was not fucking having it, and he was doing all that he could to make sure that Liverpool went back to Anfield with 3 points.
He was trying to keep up with play, but he missed a lot of stuff off the ball. There was one incident where we were making a move up the left wing, and I can't remember who released the ball. I really can't. I've been trying. I'll have to have a look at it again. But he released the ball on the halfway line, and it was a lovely cross going in. And one of the Liverpool players clattered him like that, but the referee didn't even see it. The game just moved on, and no one. That's where you need VAR. You know, it was a nice move, but that fellow crossed the ball across pitch. It was just taken out, and the ref didn't see it because the referee wasn't even looking there. You know, so you need a linesman or something to say he's been taken out there. You know, nothing. You know, it annoys me so much.
Well, isn't it? The linesman. They wait for the referee now.
Yeah, they don't make a decision.
Or they wait for VAR. Everyone's hiding behind VAR. No one wants to make any decisions in case they get it wrong. VAR can tell me if I'm right or not.
Yeah.
I was listening to Lineker Shearer and Micah Richards podcast the other day. It was a Q&A, and someone said, "What change would you make to VAR?" Not one of them said just get rid of the fucking thing. Yeah. They all said little tweaks, but not one of them said just get rid of it. Because it's not made a difference, is it? It's still open to interpretation, and the mistake is still getting wrong. And then what you get is waiting 5 minutes for a decision.
You can have a decision on the same offence happening on 2 separate pitches in the same day, and you'll get a totally different result. One's a sending off, the other one's a penalty. You know, it's like, where's the levelling out on that? You know, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
In terms of your question about Frank and the tactics, I think he has got it in him because the PSG, the Super Cup, the tactics were spot on there for 85 minutes until he made the changes and it kind of killed our momentum. Yeah. But we had PSG on the ropes. But I think in this day and age as well, that back you know, that on this day 85, if players didn't perform, they get sold. And they may become free agents because no one wants them because they've got a bad attitude. They don't have the money to then just go, okay, I'll just leave it then. Whereas now, if you're a professional footballer in the Premiership, if you play for 2 months, you don't need any more money because you're a millionaire. So if players don't really care, you can't really do anything about it because they don't need the money. And if they don't care, what have they lost? Not that huge amount. So if the players don't really care about the manager, you're not going to get them on side, really. I think, whereas back in the day, they had to get on side because that was their livelihood and that was their job, and then otherwise they don't have a job. But some of his tactics have been strange, and I think it probably goes to he doesn't know his best team, doesn't know the best system, and he is going from trying to create a balance of attack and defence when he's inherited a team that for 2 years doesn't know what defence is because the manager was just all out guns blazing, all out attack. Yeah. And they're probably used to that. It was similar to with Mourinho. It was all ultra defensive, and then we had 3, 4, 5 years with Mourinho, Conte, and Nuno ultra defensive. So it took Ange a little time to switch that around, going from one extreme to the other. Whereas Frank's now trying to get a balance, whether he's got the players on board or not, and. If we were winning games, we wouldn't be having this conversation because everyone would be on board because we're winning games. As soon as you start losing games, that's when people question you and everything like that. And the players maybe get a bit like, what does he know? But the Brentford game, we destroyed them. Yeah. So there are elements of that. And Potter's first season, we were very, very inconsistent. I mean, we finished 5th, so it was nowhere near this level of we're 13th or whatever it is now. We were still in the European places, so you can understand that inconsistency and accept it. Whereas a lot more difficult to accept the inconsistency when you're a team who's been in Champions League final, and finishing 13th. In 13th.
17th.
But I mean, if you sack him, who do you get? Who's around? I don't know who's around. So, and then you're just this again, changing the style of play, changing the players again. So I think you've got to stick with him, unless he's dragging you down into 18th to 20th. You've got to stick with him, because I don't know who else you'd get. But he's going to have to turn it around fairly quickly and make some changes. And again, I don't understand why a player who always scores against Liverpool doesn't come on for 80 minutes against Liverpool.
Yeah, very true.
Just balmy to me.
Talking about the Poch season, I seem to remember that it was that Harry Kane deflected free kick that basically saved, against Villa, that saved, well, the rumours were that's what saved Pochettino's managerial career with us. And then look where that went. So do you think, I thought that the turnaround moment, perhaps drawing with Newcastle up at their place, I know that they're very good at their place. And then who was it we beat in the Europa League? I can't even remember what they were called. Was it
Copenhagen?
Prague?
Oh,
no,
Prague, yeah. Slavia Prague.
Yeah, Slavia Prague. And then beating Brentford, I thought, oh, maybe we've turned something around. And then going up to Forest, going to the City Ground and putting in a performance like that, I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? What are you doing on the training pitch? Why is their confidence not sky high after 2 wins and a draw at a very tough place? You know, we should be going out there and giving it a go. And it seems to me that Frank is being a little bit too defensive sometimes. He needs to realise that we don't have the defenders, or, well, yeah, I suppose. Well, no, we don't have the defenders who can concentrate for 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the goalkeeper. There's always a brain fart. So what do they say? This is the old cliche, attack is the best form of defence. Now, I'm not talking Ange levels, but I'm talking that we don't knock it sideways. We actually try and get the ball forward quickly. Again, I'm not talking about long balls, but crisp passing, get it to Kudos, and I'd actually play Odegaard, to be honest.
That's what we did against Brentford. It was all one-touch passing, carved them open. Yeah. So again, like you say with Forest, why are you stopping that? Why are you plodding along at a snail's pace?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. But okay, does anyone want to say anything else about the Liverpool game?
Wasn't entirely unexpected.
I predicted 3-1 to them. Even though, as I said, they're not good. They really look bad, and some of the substitutions that he made as well. I think Arne Slot is, I think he's on his way out. I think they may stick with him if things don't really improve. The thing is, they have actually improved, but they don't play good football like they used to do. And you know, they've always been kind of spoilt up there. But then again, in the 80s, they didn't play good football. They scored a goal and they defended for the next 85 minutes. So, which was very successful when you got people like Lawrenson and Hansen at the back, Ray Clements in goal. But yeah, I think that there's been a lot of discontent in the Liverpool camp, and I'm not sure that he's going to be able to ride this one out. The older players are getting older, losing their skills. The players he's brought in. You look at Wirtz, what was he, 80 million?
He's 120, it was over 100.
Was it 120, really? And
it was definitely over 100.
Oh, okay.
Might have been 104.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, Isak was 120, wasn't he?
Yeah, but Isak again hasn't really been playing because Ekateke's looked so good. But Wirtz, you compare him and Siemens' start, I'd actually take Siemens at the moment. Okay, I don't watch Liverpool 90 minutes every week, but from what I do see, he's made a lot of mistakes. I suppose he's not getting sent off though. So yeah, okay.
I was hoping for an Edison mistake. Not an Edison mistake. What's his name?
Allison
mistake. Yeah, sorry. Beg your pardon. Thinking wrong. I was hoping for a boomer because he does do one now and again, but we nearly got one when he went out to the edge of the box there with a ball. Yeah. He could have quite easily been a trick penalty or whatever. I was hoping for something like that, but it just never happened. And me living in forlorn hope as usual.
I thought he looked good, actually. I thought he had a good game, made some good shots, good stops, but also I think I can count at least 4 or 5 of our shots straight at him. I mean, that's not acceptable. You've got to at least try and put it either side of him, not straight into his arms, because he's going to lap that up all day, like most decent goalkeepers should, unless your name's Aurelio Gomez. Okay, so just a quick this week at Spurs. The under-18s won 5-0 away at Fulham. Elliot Paris got a hat-trick, a couple of penalties in there, I think. Boast scored again, and Ty Hall, not to be confused with Tyrese Hall, who's on loan at County, scored. They both scored to make it 5-0. Devine played 78 minutes. Preston North End, they drew 1-1. Phillips got 90 minutes. Donnelly again on the bench and didn't get off. And they lost away at Watford. Alfie Dorrington played 90 as the Dons got humped at Sparta Prague. They're playing Celtic today. Lancashire, 15 minutes as Oxford lost away 1-0 to Charlton. Yang subbed at half-time. Pompey won 2-1 at home against Blackburn. Abbott not in the squad again. Ajayi was not in the squad. And Doncaster got spanked 4-1 at home to Plymouth. Mikey Moore played 69 minutes on Monday as Rangers won 1-0 at home against Hibs. Vuskovic played 90 minutes as Hamburg drew 1-1 at home with Frankfurt, and Tyrese Hall was not in the squad. Transfer rumours spotlight. This again is one of these guys, one of these young guys from the Bundesliga, Said El Mala, 19 years old, plays for FC Cologne, or Cologne as we call it in England. He's a left winger. He's played 14 games, scored 6 and assisted 3. He's only played 90 minutes once this season, though. He's mainly come off the bench or he's been subbed. He's quite similar to Odebear, having watched a couple of his YouTube highlights. Now, I know that's not always indicative of the player that they are. I think Odebear's better. I think they're saying he's 60 million. Nah, we need to spend 100 million on a player who we know can walk in and actually do a job. So, yeah. Who else is it? Semenyo, yeah, as we said earlier. Apparently that's off. I don't think he was ever coming anyway. I kept hearing that it was a no, but apparently
they always use us for pumping up the prices, don't they? Yeah.
But it does sound very similar to the Enoch we all know and love. That we were pushing for it. We were working really hard. Yeah. And now we've dropped out because the bloke probably wanted a win bonus of 10 quid and all they were offering was £7.50 in a packet.
Is he another Arsenal fan as well, by the way?
Yes,
I think he was.
Yeah. I'm not sure that makes much difference, to be honest, though, in regards to in regards to money. I think that's all they really care about. There's no real loyalty to the club that they used to support. But again, I suppose it may have made some difference with Eze. But yeah, who knows?
What made the difference with Eze going to a potential champions to a team in mid-table nonsense? That's the issue there. Why would you ever go to Tottenham if you're being told that team who are fighting for a title want you and you're going to be playing a lot of games?
Yeah, that is.
I thought you said
that is very true.
I say team in Tottenham. That's what I thought you said.
Team in.
I thought you said a team you. And I'm like, what do you mean team you? My ears need cleaning out. Sorry.
Pardon?
Yeah. What?
Apologies.
So, what about the rumours of Johnson to Palace? Would you sell him?
He's one of our most productive players, isn't he, in those areas in terms of goals? I mean, he doesn't do a huge amount else, but he gets on the end of things.
Yeah.
So,
he's one of them ghost players, isn't he?
Someone lined up. Unless you've got someone lined up, I wouldn't sell him. Controversial because a lot of people don't like him. He doesn't do a huge amount on the ball, but what he does if the opposite winger gets the ball, he always gets in the box. That's why he gets on the end of a lot of things, gets a lot of tapping.
Yeah.
He was our leading scorer last year, wasn't he? Because Solanke got injured for a lot of it, wasn't he? Our leading scorer.
Yes, he was.
Unless they make a ridiculous like £80 million offer, which I don't think they will, I wouldn't accept 50, and I'd keep him because he's one of the ones who you can probably rely on to get you a few goals in this team. Odeberg to get you that many. Kudos.
Yeah.
He actually had a bit of aggression there yesterday. He was quite wound up on the pitch yesterday. Some incidents, he was trying to push on, like, you know, he was getting wound up with the way he was going. There's a bit of spirit there.
I'd keep him. So I'd keep him unless we get like a silly £80 million bid or something.
Yeah.
Well above his value.
Yeah, I don't think Palace are going to pay that, are they? I'm not sure how
I'll just keep him.
Money Palace have, but we'll take Mateta. They can have Johnson.
That's not going to work.
While we're there, we'll have Wharton as well.
Yes.
Take their manager as well, can we? Yeah.
I don't think that he'd be that popular when he comes here because he's very defensive. So it's obviously, I think with a team like Palace that I don't really know if they've ever had a sort of style of football that's synonymous with them. Everybody knows about Tottenham, how we usually try and play attacking football. Obviously, that's changed over the last couple of decades. Well, not necessarily a couple of decades, but at least a decade or so.
I would stick with Frank. Our most successful manager in the last however long Premier League has been Poch, who had a good 5 years there.
Yeah.
It was Mourinho, Conte, Nuno. What did they have between them? 4 years between them, or 5 years between them? Something like that. You need to be able to build something. I mean, Man United have been terrible, but they've stuck with him. They're now in like 6th or something like that. So you can see there's improvement there. It's still not the finished article by any stretch, but they are improving. So and Klopp was fairly useless at Liverpool when he started, and he didn't end up doing too bad with a bit of time. So you've got to stick with them because otherwise you're just chopping the system, chopping the players, chopping them every 2 seasons. You can't get any consistency that way. So unless he's dragging you down into the relegation zones, stick with him. And then if in 3 years you haven't progressed or anything, or 2 years, another 2 seasons after this, look for someone else. But I think you've got to stick with these managers, I think, for at least a few seasons rather than, he's not even been there half a season yet, and then the people are calling for his head. It's not.
Yeah.
I think if he gets backed, like Klopp was backed, they needed a centre back and they needed a goalkeeper. They went out, got Alisson and Van Dijk, and the rest is history. If ENIC or whatever, if it is still ENIC, I don't know if they've changed the name or whatever, but if they actually spend some money in January, I know the old excuse, it's very difficult to buy in January. There's always players, especially with the World Cup coming up, players who are not getting enough time and who are good players and maybe just falling out with the manager. There's always players there who I think we will be able to strengthen with.
Because of that World Cup, though, you don't need to spend money, get a loan. Those players want to play for 6 months before the World Cup. So there's, like you say, there's no excuse really of not getting some players in, because just get loans in for the players who are on the fringes who want to be in the World Cup. You don't necessarily have to spend 100 million or 60 million or whatever.
Sorry. Yeah, that is very true. But again, going back to what I was saying earlier with that other show that I was watching, the general consensus there was, what big club relies on loans, bringing loans in to make the team better? That's kind of true, isn't it? I suppose maybe it's happening a little bit more now, not with the really big clubs. Like, can you see that? Would you see the Gooners going out and getting a loan in to strengthen their side? They go and buy someone.
Even in Europe, you can say the same, can't you? You know, it's only the lower clubs over there that, well, we can't afford it. We'll take him on loan and let you know, that kind of stuff. And it's always the Spurs players that go out there and they get sent back, after a while.
But if your owners aren't going to spend the money, surely a loan is better than nothing, rather than
Yeah, no, that is.
And a lot of these loans these days are a loan with a view to a permanent deal. Mm-hmm. So if the loan is successful, it's essentially a permanent deal, isn't it? You're buying them, but for a cheaper price.
Yeah,
with a fee at the end of it. But
unless that loan is Werner. By the way.
I was going to say Tell didn't do much last season, did he? We ended up spunking 50 million on him.
Yeah.
And now he's hardly even coming off the bench. It's
No.
I don't know if that was I don't know. There's dodgy dealings going on there, isn't there?
Daniel, whatever his bloody name was, I can't remember it. Written him out of my mind.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say written him out of the will. Okay, Chris, quickly, 5 minutes before you leave. Kev asked if I do a 2025 year review, so calendar year. And here's a few stats from it. We played 57 games in all competitions. I'm sorry, that includes the Liverpool thing, so it should be lost 25 now instead of 24. We won 23, drew 9, scored 85, conceded 76. The biggest win was 4-1 against Ipswich away on the 22nd of February. The biggest defeats were 4-0 and 5-1 against Liverpool. One was in the cup, I seem to remember. Who would you say has been our best player this year?
For this calendar year.
Yeah.
What do you think, to be honest? Van der Ven?
Yeah.
Because the rest are in and out. And they don't get a run. You could say Burwell had a great end to last season, but he's been in and out all this, between the new season and Christmas. So he's not figuring too well. It's hard. It's so hard. Johnson, he got the goals, but goals ain't everything.
No, that's true.
Definitely not Vicario anyway, put it that way. But,
no, that is
put my finger on it. No.
That is very true.
It's a jigsaw, conundrum as well. Yeah.
It used to be, we couldn't pick between Carl Walker, Sonny, Kane, and Vertonghen, Alderweireld, and now we can barely even pick one player. Which is,
no, I can't.
Yeah.
No.
But special mentions go to Daniel, Mr. Levy. Such a shame you're gone. Off you pop. And Ange, thanks for the memories. Sorry?
Has much changed with Daniel Levy going? Would we be in the same position with Daniel Levy there? I suspect that it's Enoch making the decisions. He's the mouthpiece. He has some say in it.
Yeah, that is possible.
But,
yeah. Well, that's why I think we need to wait until January. And if they do actually put their money where their mouth is, or if it's just going to be rumours, and then last day of the season, someone will get injured and we'll go out and get a loan.
Yeah.
That was So, favourite match of the 2025 year?
There can only be one, I think.
Yeah.
It's the final. It's something that
you'll
never forget. Yeah. Lambs, whatever it was, the Lambs ground.
The Lamb ground.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On the artificial pitch. Yeah, I know.
Oh, God, that was a bad day.
No, because it's one of them things. You might remember. You'll remember where you were that day, what you were doing that day, how you celebrated, and how you celebrated afterwards, and all the chit chat, and the goal, and the fans there. It's everything. It's all rolled into one thing, and it's 18 years of misery, or whatever it was before that. 17 years of misery before that. It's all redefined by that win to me.
Yeah.
There's been some good games, but there's been a lot of bad games. Too many.
Too many bad games. Yeah, I mean, look at that. We've lost more than we've won. And some were, I mean, last day of the season against Brighton, okay, half of them are hungover, but seriously?
Yeah.
4-1. Yeah, but anyway, Chris.
We've lost to too many teams that we should be beating. Yeah. Yeah.
Chris, what would you say your favourite match is? Are you going to agree with Kev, or was there one that...
Yeah, there's not been too much to sing about, has there? So a terrible, terrible match, the final, but it's the most memorable match that I can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I'll have to agree with both of you. There were a couple of highlights. I seem to remember we spanked Southampton 4-0.
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from that, obviously beating City as usual. Well, that gets a bit sameish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What would your worst match be?
How long you got?
Well, you've only got a couple of minutes.
Was it this calendar year, the 6-3 to Liverpool?
Yes, it was
2024. I'll go with that one then, just because the tactics there. Just Ange is an attacking manager, fine, but just because you sit back for 5 minutes just before half time and Maddison makes it 2-1 in a game you shouldn't be anywhere near involved in, doesn't make you a defensive manager sitting back for 5 minutes. And then still going gung-ho and then basically conceding a third goal. And then the second half was just a bit crazy.
Yep.
Then, the Chelsea, there was a Chelsea thumping where Cole Palmer destroyed us as well at home. I think that was this year, similar kind of thing. Yeah. But yes, Solanke put us 1 up, didn't he? Or was it 2 up? And then they clawed us back and then destroyed us. Again, with no tactical nous of how to game manage and everything like that. I think that was 2025.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Let me just have a quick look.
4-2 or something like that, 4-3.
4-3 at Chelsea, yes. Yeah. No, that was at home. Sorry.
But, I'll go one of them two. I'll go joint those two.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, actually. They were both in 2024.
I'll go Nottingham Forest the other day then. Absolutely dreadful.
I'll go Tamworth. Obviously, we've talked about it, but that's disgusting to me. All right, it's a plastic pitch or whatever. Let them take us to extra time.
Yeah.
That's just your pure effort, and you got to have the players.
Yeah.
Was the 5-1 Liverpool in the Carling Cup? Was that 2025? That was absolutely horrendous.
That would have been 20.
Wasn't that
2024?
Was that
the semis are usually before Christmas.
The 5-1 was in the Premier League last April, and that is what I'm going for. That was embarrassing. It really was embarrassing, and I still cannot understand, apart from Australian-born fans, how some people can still support Ange.
Yeah.
Some of the dross that we saw, we won a cup, and okay, I would say that it was an amazing night, and the game wasn't brilliant, but it's always lovely to win something. But looking at the bigger picture, we were fucking awful for almost the whole of last season. And then who did we beat? We beat
Southampton, Ipswich,
Alkmaar, lost to Galatasaray, drew with Roma, drew with Rangers, and then beat Hoffenheim, beat Elfsborg, which you kind of expect to do. Then the next round, we lost to Alkmaar away and luckily beat them at home. And then Frankfurt as well, and Bodo Glimt. That is something that you would kind of expect to be getting through.
I mean, Frankfurt's about the only decent team that was in that list, I think, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And
still got to win those games though. You can only beat who's in front of you. But
that's true.
Yeah,
that's very true. Yeah.
Yeah. And as Kev said, with Tamworth, we took us 90 minutes or longer to get past them. So it's
yeah.
What's your biggest regret from this year?
Having a lie in most weekends.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Not having a lie in most weekends. I can't really. I don't really know, to be honest.
I'll say it's sad that I'm addicted to football, and every time I say I'm not going to watch them anymore, I'm back every week, every game. I can't help it. I've done it for 60 years. 6 damn years, and I can't watch this anymore, and I'm still there. I'm Stockholm or Spurs homed.
We're glad you are, Kev. We are glad you are.
I'll go not seeing a win in 2025 when I've been at the ground.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
That is something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is? I'm not sure that I have a biggest regret. I think one of my biggest pluses is that I haven't been there for a long time. I cancelled all of my memberships. Olivia doesn't get her. That's amazing with the kids' Lily White membership or whatever. You used to get some half decent stuff, and now it's just they throw in some absolute pony. So yeah, I cancelled that. I was actually, when Levy went, I considered getting a new membership for not this season and next season, but I'm waiting until January to see what happens. Or if it's going to be the same old shit, then yeah, I'm not gonna bother.
Tishi's gone now, isn't he? Or gone.
Who's that, sorry?
Paratici.
Oh, really? He's gone to Fiorentina or something, is he?
Yeah, they're looking after him, but he's resigned from Spurs, as far as I know.
Oh, really?
Told him he's going. Yeah.
I heard someone else is leaving as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember who, but
one of the training staff's left as well. No, is it Cliff Jones' son? What's his name? So one of them left. Wells.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
I think he's going. He's taking up one in America. He's taking up an American team, Vancouver or Canada or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
Yeah, so still every years are breaking up, and the stuff they've left behind is still, still there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. What's up next? Palace versus Spurs.
I'm gonna have to jump off, I'm afraid.
Okay, mate. All right, Chris.
Thank you very much for coming on. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks again for inviting me on. And yeah, you too. Have a good Christmas, guys, and New Year. If I don't speak to you before, and then hopefully next year will be a bit better than the shite that we've been served so far.
Absolutely. Let's hope so. I won't be doing a show next week, so it'll be in the new year. Will be the first one because I'm traveling back from England next Sunday. So
cool.
Yeah. So yeah, good to see you. Have a wonderful Christmas. I hope you get lots of socks and underpants and aftershave, or Lynx Africa.
3 points will do. I'll settle for 3 points.
Africa. Right. Okay.
Cool. Cheers, guys. Have a good Christmas.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
And take it easy.
All right. Come on, you Spurs.
All right, mate. Take care. Oh dear.
So, is it correct in me thinking that VDV got a yellow card yesterday, so he'll actually be out for the Palace game?
He did get one, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, well, you can scrap that back, that centre back pairing then, because it will probably have to be Danso and Dragusin. I'm not even sure if Dragusin is actually actually fit, but maybe Davis.
Ben Davis, yeah. They put him in, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we can safely say let's just write this one off. And
you got Brentford on 1st of January, next Sunday, isn't it? No, next week, a week Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, whatever it is, I don't know. I've lost track of it all now.
Yeah. I think it's a real shame what they've done to the festive season in regards to I used to love the Boxing Day games because we always used to have when my mum was alive, we would have some friends over, and she'd make a big Danish lunch, and then in the afternoon, after we'd polished off about 4 bottles of aquavit and everybody's nicely oiled, we'd watch Spurs on the telly.
Oh yeah, I've been there, done that.
And Boxing Day is just, yeah, I don't think it's not really the same without football. We'll still do the Danish lunch thing, but yeah, I think it's a shame. But yeah, Graham Bentancur in the middle, I reckon. Spence and Porro as usual. Vicario, I don't think he's ever going to drop Vicario, is he? Going back to yesterday, do you think he could have saved either of those?
I think he, as me and Chris was saying, I think he should have come off his line for that ball coming in. You know, as far as I'm concerned. You know, instead of leaving. But the thing is, we were letting the ball go out for corners quite a lot yesterday. The amount of corners they must have had yesterday, they were just, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, let me have a
other
look.
teams would have kicked them out to the touchlines and things like that, you know.
Yeah, it's
that one. I think you could have done a Superman and like taken the player out, like other opposing keepers do to our teams, you know.
Yeah.
Command your area, you know. You see that ball coming in, you know it's going to, like, penalty spot kind of thing. You go bang, you know.
Yeah.
Clatter the bloke. Even clatter your own bloke. Take him out as well. Stop the goal.
Yeah. But they got 6 corners yesterday. We only had 2.
All right.
But what does surprise me is they had 65% of the possession.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that much, but I suppose they just didn't do anything with it, did they? I mean, obviously they won in the end, but an old Liverpool, that would have been 5 or 6-0 or 5 or 6-1.
The fans.
I'm beginning to wonder what the fuck is going on. But anyway, right.
So
let's get on to the quiz. It's a shame. I thought Guy might be turning up and Nige might turn up and John, but unfortunately none of them did. But I hope you're all well. And
stuck to me then, is it?
Give the video a like if you watch it later on.
Yeah.
Okay, so season 1985-1986. Who knocked us out of the League Cup in a replay after 2 legs of no goals?
Portsmouth.
Can you name the guy who scored?
For them? God, no. Probably an expert. No, you've done me there.
There's a bloke called Noel Blake. I've never heard of him. But they were in the old Division 2.
Black guy. He played for Villa and that. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But I saw that, what's his name? Alan Knight was in goal for them. And I will never forget Alan Knight. I was watching Watford play Portsmouth at Vicarage Road on the old Terrace Inn. And we sang something about him. I'll never forget that he just went like that behind his back, gave us the middle finger. I thought that was highly amusing. We all enjoyed it. Okay, so 1 point. Nice.
1 point.
Who was the top scorer that season in all competitions?
There weren't many. So Waddle or Falco?
He scored 21.
Falco.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
2 out of 2.
Waddle or Falco. Yeah.
I think, Clive Allen got 10 that season, but
he's settling in, wasn't he?
Yeah. Who did we beat 5-3 on the last day of the season?
Oh God. Was it home or away?
It was at home.
You're not that. Yeah. Can't imagine. I can't think who it was.
We actually had quite a good end to the season. We scored a lot of goals, which hopefully will be enough this year to keep us up.
It's got to be Clive Allen, isn't it?
Sorry?
No. I can't think.
So we last 3 games of the season, we beat QPR 5-2 at their place.
Yeah.
We beat Villa 4-2 at our place.
Yeah.
And then we beat Southampton.
Again, they're a bit of a whipping boy for us, aren't they, now and again?
Yeah. 5-3. But even though we won those last 3 games, we went from 11th to 12th.
Oh, lovely.
So, yeah.
Okay.
That's
a downer for me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But looking at some of the attendances, Birmingham at home, 9,359. Were they redoing the stand then?
Yeah, I was just about to say the stand has been built on the
west side,
Worcester Avenue side.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mate of mine done all the work in there and on the catering side. He's done all the kitchens and all that.
Yeah.
And,
nice.
He does steel formation stuff and all that, like, you know. So, yeah.
He doesn't work for Archway, does he?
No, he's got his own firm. He's down on the M25.
Okay. Nice one. So 2 out of 3. Name 2 of the 3 players we bought in this season.
That season.
Mm-hmm. Now, you mentioned his name earlier, and then there's a bit of a club legend who left and then came back, and then someone who, comes from the northeast.
Yeah, Chris Waddle.
Yep.
Yeah. And was it Paul Allen?
Yep, certainly was.
It was, yeah.
Chris Waddle, Paul Allen. I think Waddle was 750. Yeah. Paul Allen was 650,000, and Pat Jennings came back.
Oh, he signed, didn't he? He didn't actually play, wasn't he?
As on a free transfer.
Yeah, he's back up. Yeah.
And what position did we finish in the league that season?
I think it was 10th.
Spot on. So, well done, Kev. 4 out of 5, mate.
Oh, not bad.
Very, very impressed. Nice one. I know I told you to spot up, but I didn't expect you to get all of them.
No, I didn't. I was expecting more questions like who's the manager and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I like to try and mix it up a little bit. But
they're like Peter Shreve, who's the manager, but he was got rid of at the end of the season.
Who came in after him then?
David Pleat.
Pleat, was it? Okay, yeah. Right.
Well, 1 or 2. He came in a few times didn't he, after that, and so did Shreve. So yo-yo teams.
Yeah.
We were run by Scholar in them days as well, you see. So it was all about making money, just like Mr. Levy. It's all money.
Yeah. But we were kind of one of the first teams that it was about money, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With Scholar and all of his Holston merchandise and stuff like that. Flashing magazines with pictures of players in very garish tracksuits.
The Admiral as well. There was a hookup with Admiral shirts as well. I think they had fingers in that pie.
A little bit earlier.
Yeah, it might have been.
I think 85, 86 was Hummel, wasn't it?
Hummel, yeah. But no, I think they might have had it, but kept it running with all the other teams.
Okay.
Like Leeds and all them that were wearing the kit. That, they were still going through Spurs offshoot companies and things like that.
Wow.
Yeah. There's ticketing deals going on that they were marketing ticket sales. Like the agencies you got nowadays. They had a ticketing agency selling all of.
StubHub.
Them ones, for the concerts and all that. They had like that, and they're actually selling tickets for QPR and teams like that, and
Wow. Yeah. Well, it was all about the Benjamins then, wasn't it?
It always was, always is.
Yeah. Okay then, mate. Got anything else you want to discuss?
No, not really. I'd just like to say thank you to all my fans. The mailman is, bringing all the letters in every week. It's great.
What, hate mail? Or
Right down thrown through the window. Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyone who's watching, I think we've actually had a maximum of 4 people today. That's a bit of a shame. I thought we were going to get a few more. But if you are watching and you're not subscribed, then please like and subscribe to Spurs Asian TV, Shelfside Spurs, and of course RickyVillaTV. Should be back on not on the 28th, whatever it's the 4th, is it? If are you around then, Kev?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm going nowhere. Yeah, got the know.
Okay, nice one. Well, have a wonderful Sunday, and come on, you Spurs.
Yeah. Okay. Happy New Year. All that.
Happy New Year and Christmas.
Christmas. Everything.